Lots of controversy online about being a trad wife, being a traditional wife. Now, of course, online you get dressed up in the 50s and lipstick and hair but technically, although I didn't dress up like a pinup doll, was a stay-at-home mom, so I probably fell into the category of traditional wife. Here is my piece of advice if that's the route you want to go. And it was a fantastic route. I love my life. I loved raising my children. I loved all of it. You must be aware of your family's finances. You need to know what's coming into your house, what's going out of your house. Finances. The way we worked it is before I got married, when we first got married, before we had kids, even when I had the first 2 children, I always worked part-time at a bank. So it just fell to me. I was at the bank, so I knew our finances in and out. I basically controlled the finances, and that went forward for the last 31 years. I know everything about our finances. You need to know that. If you're going to stay at home, you need to know your finances. Now, in my early 50s, in my mid 50s, I have friends who are going through divorces because now the children have all grown up, they've moved out of the house, they've got their education, empty nesters. That's a huge time for people to get divorced. There are so many people in my life, women, that don't have a sniff about what's going on. They don't have any idea. Not even to the fact, do they have a mortgage? Do they have car payments? How to pay a bill? What the bills are? That is insanity. I hope my future daughter-in-laws get to be traditional wives. It's a blessing to stay home with your children. Something that single parents, it's a necessity for some people to have to work. Don't get in debt. Debt is huge. Now that my friends are getting divorced, moving on, becoming single, debt. I even have friends who are staying married because of the debt. They basically, in their early 50s, they can't afford to divorce. If you're going to stay at home, if you're going to be a traditional wife, know what is going on. Have a little side hustle, bring in some money of your own, always keep your foot in the door. Even though I stayed home with my children, I worked part-time throughout the whole thing. When I had my 3rd child, and it made no sense for me even to work part-time because I'd need before-school care, after-school care, or full-time care for my smallest newborn child, I stayed home and I had a little daycare. I had people drop their kids off with me. Do something. Earn your own money. Keep your foot in the employment door, even just a little bit. And beyond that, know what's going on with your finances. And if your husband says, don't worry about it, I have it under control, don't take that for an answer. Do not take that for an answer. If he says, I make the money, I will control the money, don't take that for an answer. Red flag, I wouldn't even marry him. If it was my daughter, I would say, don't even marry him. Make sure, if you're going to be a traditional wife, you choose the right partner and know what's going on. Never be kept in the dark. That's my opinion. Let me know your opinion. Were you a traditional wife, even though you didn't dress the part? I think those, as a little side rant, I think those traditional wives online, I think most of the time they're in sweatpants, yoga pants, jeans. Most people wouldn't dress up like that all the time. It's almost like a costume of a traditional wife. That's just my little side rant. Know what's going on, know your finances, protect yourself. If you're going to be a stay-at-home mom, if you're going to be a traditional wife, it is even more important that you know who you're marrying. You know he's the right guy. You know 0 red flags. Thanks for watching and listening to my rant about traditional wives. I'll see you tomorrow in another video.